am Bee and this is my little allotment. Hi, I'm Bee and welcome to my allotment. I haven't really been here much over the last couple of weeks just because I haven't been particularly well, just fighting off a weird bug virus thing, so I am feeling much better. There's a lot to do obviously, as I have some catching up to do. I have lots of plants I brought with me that I need to get in the ground. I have to kind of tidy up things. Yeah, so lots to do. Let's get on with it. So I have been doing some research because I wasn't sure if I was harvesting my purple sprouting broccoli correctly, and apparently you have this main bud that will come up and then you harvest that and then you will get loads of other little shoots coming up, which is why I guess when I harvested these, yeah, you see in the middle where I've harvested it, and then I have got loads of little sprouts coming up. So that's what you do, take the middle bit out and then you get loads of little ones. So I'm going to have to do that quite quickly on some of these, but apparently you'll keep getting produce then for about a month or so, usually from early spring till late spring. I have got an abundance, and I'll have even more once I harvest that middle, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, the middle section. So yeah, I will do that today. And then I came yesterday actually, and I was devastated because obviously I haven't been here for a couple of days. I've been a bit poorly, and the sun had literally fried the tops of these early potatoes. Obviously all the potatoes are underground, so hopefully it won't make too much difference, and I have spent time just removing a lot of the really dead crusty leaves. But yeah, I was quite shocked at how bad they were. I just assumed with things being underground and had all been watered that it would have been okay. I managed to plant yeah, put a couple rows in. We've got one row left to do. So I've done one row, I think, of the Maris Piper and a row of the Desiree ones. So I've still got the King Edwards to put in. Whether I put them in here or not, I'm not sure yet. There might not be space, and I want to put a little raised bed in here today. And then the other thing that I was a bit shocked about, the two tomato plants that I recently planted. They were literally fried, so I don't know if keeping them in these grow bags are ideal. Perhaps a grow bag is best if you've got them indoors in a greenhouse, because they dried out so quickly. Anyway, I've just taken all the leaves off. Whether I'll get any growth out of these, I don't know. I might just have to plant some new ones, but fortunately at least the ones I planted in here seem to fare a bit better. I guess the water was a little bit more yeah, it kept in the basket a bit better, so they hadn't dried out as much. But yeah, I'm going to crack on. Unfortunately, I appear to have lost some footage that I recorded, basically just explaining that I wanted to redo my pathways. So here's just a couple of photographs just to show you what it looked like before I started. And here I've just started to lay down some cardboard. That's that all done. And I've just done around the sides a little bit. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Yeah, and down the sides there where I had a little gap, and you could still see some of the cardboard. So I've done that, and I have decided I am going to do this little path in the middle of where the potatoes are, just to finish that area off. I've got a little bit of a bag and a whole bag. See how far I get with that. There we go, that's that one done, all joined on. It's not perfect, and I didn't actually flatten the ground out, so it's a bit more bumpy just on that one side, but it just keeps the grass down, and I'm fighting a constant battle with crouch grass. It kind of takes over everything, so the more I can make sure that doesn't grow back, the better. So that's that job done. I think that looks really smart. Just having a quick coffee break. It's not a bad place to be sat, is it? A nice bit of shade from the plum tree. So I have finally built my raised bed, and actually it was larger than I was expecting and a different colour. I could have sworn I ordered the green, and I was going to pop it here, but I think I'm going to get a square one to fit there. I think it will fit better. So I pop that one there, which helps me actually to start to prepare this area as I'd left it. I want to put a little patio and position my cold frame in its rightful place. It's not going to stay there. I'm not 100% sure where yet. Probably leant up against the raised bed just for a bit of extra warmth. But yeah, that's another job done. So I'd actually had a break of almost a week from when I built the raised bed till I came back to do the next lot of footage. One of the things I want to get done today is to fill up this new raised bed that I've put in. So I do have soil here that I'm going to put in. I've got some compost, and I'm also going to put the compost for the tomato grow bags because they seem to dry up really badly left just in the bags, and I'm going to pop them in, and I've got some tomato plants to put in. So that's the first thing I'm going to get doing. That's the first job done. I'll take you over with me and show you what I've done so far. So I have filled it up with the soil that was there and compost, and then I've put in the tomato bag on that one side where I'm going to put the tomato plants. So I have got 3 different varieties. I've got some sweet millions, which looks like little cherry tomatoes, money makers, and then I've gone for, if I get out here, it'd be easier, a beefsteak one. And I think the other 2 I had over there that ended up losing a lot of their leaves last time in the heat, I think are more like this sort of type of tomato. I can't quite remember the name, but I'm going to pop them all into this first section, and then over here I'm going to put some peppers and chilies, but I haven't got those plants just yet. Right, so those are in. I have got the beef steak over here, the normal salad tomatoes here, and the cherry tomatoes in the middle. And then I've put the other plants that got fried a bit in the sun here, and they have actually started to get some more leaves on them. So hopefully I will still end up getting a bit of a yield. And then I've also put now the rest of that tomato bag compost over that side, ready for when I get some more plants. That's that job done. My next job while I'm over this area of the allotment is to actually put my cold frame into its end position. So I'm going to remove this bit of membrane here, flatten the ground because I want to replace it next to my raised bed, just so it gives the cold frame a little bit more warmth inside because it's leant up against something, and kind of position it here. So I'm going to chop up some black, what's it called, just plastic on the ground, just to lay it on top of so I don't end up getting loads of weeds coming through, and then pop it on the top. So I'm going to do that job next. Right, so I have levelled the ground somewhat. It's not perfect, but I've cut a sheet to size, and now I'm going to pop it on top and sort of level out wherever I need to. Right, do you know what? That is not too shabby. I just need to maybe just drop it down on that one side, just so it's a little bit more flush. But, oh, put my head on the basket. That is alright. I'm really chuffed with that. So I haven't used a cold frame before. I've got some plants that I can't plant today just because I'm waiting for a trellis. So I got some peas and I got some cucumber plants, and hopefully my trellis will arrive later on today. So I'm going to pop them in the cold frame, so they're there overnight. Yeah, I haven't. I'll turn around and I'll show you. So I've got some more peas to go in because I wasn't sure if my other ones had died after I hadn't been here for a few days and consistently watering them, but actually they're doing fine. So I've got more peas anyway, which I love peas, so I'm happy to have more of. And I've got some cucumber, which this one looks really cool, the lemon apple, to put in. So I've got a trellis that I'm going to grow them all up near to where I've put my other peas, but for now I'm going to pop them in my cold frame. So I've lined it. The only thing I'm not really sure of is how to keep it open so there's a bit of airflow. I've got some wooden bits that came with it, but it doesn't have a hinge, so I think I need to just have a play around. And the only thing I'm a bit concerned about is it can be quite windy, so I didn't want it to like blow open and then break my lid. But I faced it in a direction where the wind kind of comes from, like this direction, and hopefully it will just blow over the lid and not blow it open. But yeah, I just need to be a bit mindful, at least maybe get some sort of clip where I can like prop it up and clip it. But yeah, I'm just going to pop the plants in now. So I've just used some of the wood just to kind of lean on the side. I guess those larger ones are so I can angle it and it kind of holds it open like that, but I'm just going to have them overnight anyways. I'm going to come back and plant them tomorrow when my trellis comes. So it kind of gives a bit of a gap. Hopefully that is enough airflow. Like, it's really, really sunny today. But yeah, we're not quite in the summer months, and I know the last few days has been really windy and rainy again, so but hopefully that's fine for overnight anyway. That is it for today. My phone actually couldn't hold any more storage, so I couldn't film anything else. So until next time, bye.